From the host to Super Bowl 50 back in February of 2016, there's a look at the home of the 49ers, Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the Los Angeles Rams and the San Francisco 49ers. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9?
Taken in at the 3. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. They'll begin on the ground with Akers.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. They really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. That burst good for 20 and a first down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only the controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 41. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Going to run the sweep here. This is Cobb.
Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
They'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And this one is right down the middle. And the Rams have the first points here. It's 3-0.
They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it down from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
Lance and the 49ers now. 1st and 10
at their own 25-yard line.
Now Lance.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back.
The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Ready up.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Strike. Check. Strike.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Here we go.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Strike. Strike. Steal. Check. Steal. Check.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. The Niners at 3-4 on the year coming into play. And they come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it. And that's what they're trying to get done here.
No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Lance to throw on 3rd and 1. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, that's how you use your safety valve, CD. He didn't appear to be the intended target, but they got it to him, and he was able to get just enough to pick up the first.
And what a great example of where we are right now in the NFL, because if you're a running back, you're not just going to carry it. You got to catch it out of the backfield as well. Those combo guys, they're the ones everyone wants on their team.
Up from the secondary to make the tackle, Jalen Ramsey. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Lance going to throw. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 26. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 1st and 10, here's Lance. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive, INT. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They need to make up some ground, and they did.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. Got a man. That's Ayuk. He's got the first down and more. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A field goal helps, but a touchdown gets you the lead. That had to be the message transmitted in the huddle. And they delivered there as that throw is going to keep the drive alive. And even better than that.
And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the 49ers are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first quarter lead. Santos with the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Set to begin their next drive. The Rams offense at the line. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, How much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kid who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. Hands it off out of the gun. Room here to run. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Going back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Go! 8 yards to go on 2nd down. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the 49ers will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. From the 45 on 2nd down, Lance over the middle, complete to Samuel. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Here we go.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Lance looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Over the middle, that's caught by McLeod. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Strikers, 3, green gas. You, yellow. Smash, red. Strike 2.
Here's Lance to throw it. That's to McCaffrey, complete. And he's brought down at the 19 after a gain of 19. 1st down in the red zone.
There it is, a staple of most teams' playbooks, the angle route. A lot of times you want to take away that inside route by a back, but when they sell it like he's going to the flat, that is tough on inside linebackers. One false step, and that ball's completed.
Let's go.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Hey, go steal. Cut.
1st down, here's Mitchell. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. On second down, here's Mitchell.
And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The offense on third down, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Elijah Mitchell,
his 6th touchdown of the season. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone, as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the Plague did on the last one.
Here's 2nd and 8. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Santos with the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And down he goes. The 49ers get there.
But Nick Bosa so quick on the outside. He gets in there to bring him down. Here's Aaron Sipos out now to punt on 4th down.
Back to return it, Christian McCaffrey. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10.
Here we go, set.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
And they enter play here in this one on a 2-game win streak, plus they come off the open week as well. So this is a team that has a lot of things working in their favor.
Oh, it certainly is, and let's face it, this team is playing so well. The worry now is that after a few extra days off, they'll be sluggish coming into this game. So I've heard that he spent more time in practice working what they call good versus good, starting offense versus starting defense. They want a fast start in this next game.
Another run with McCaffrey on second down. And he'll get this forward only for about a yard, as that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. And Lance now to throw. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And the Rams are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered, they'd have the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them, because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Picked up by Diamador Lenore. And the Niners are going to take possession of the football.
Ready.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Throwing on first down is Lance. The same target, same result. It's Kittle.
Touchdown! George Kittle, 23 yards for the touchdown.
And the 49ers continue to pull away here in this first half.
The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Let's go now.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive.
And my goodness, another interception.
Picked up by Diamador Lenore. And the 49ers are going to have it here at their own 15.
And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's 2nd down.
Nice job by the defense figuring that play out and holding it to a short game, but I don't think the offense is going to be daunted. They actually accomplished their goal there. Now they've got them aware that they can throw a screen at them. Maybe it'll slow the pass rush down a little bit, and they can throw it downfield.
And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. One more time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. So we've hit halftime here in Santa Clara with the 49ers out in front. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. Taking it about the 1. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Ready.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Trying the right side with Mitchell. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Play action. Now it's Lance. This will be caught. It's Samuel. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. A handoff, McCaffrey running right to about the 26 here.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Lance. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 2nd and 8 coming from the 19.
Fix the Eagles! Fix the Eagles!
He'll drop to throw. That's into the hands of Akers, complete. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Come 19! Come 19!
They'll set up a throw. And the Niners get there and bring him down. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. Here comes the Rams punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Ready, set. Watch out now. 50 Fury. Hey, go Fury.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. Gets past one man. 72 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And some room to maneuver. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. 18 yards, first down Niners.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. George Kittle with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the 49ers are pouring it on. Santos with the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone now. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
Yeah, and that's a run born out of ferociousness. He took on that initial contact, and in his mind just screamed, out of my way, and kept right on going and wound up turning it into a big play.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats. Again, he'll drop to throw. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have him looking at 3rd and 10. Back to throw again. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They'll run here with Akers. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. They'll look to throw. Out to the flat, that's complete to his running back. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5, pickup of 3. So a little extra time to ponder this 3rd and goal as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. This defense has not surrendered a touchdown yet. You better believe they're determined not to here on 3rd and goal. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. This defense continues to be good on 3rd down. I mean, they haven't allowed a touchdown offensively. Are you saying, let's go for this? Let's try to get it in the end zone.
I don't know about that because of what you just described. They've been so good, and they don't give up the big play that you would expect in downs 1 through 3. Why should 4th down be any different? True. You might want to go ahead and kick the field goal and see if you can figure out something else as this game moves on.
Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
Ready. Check smash. Ready.
McCaffrey running up the middle. And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And some nice running, going to get him down close to a 1st down at the Rams 36.
Ready up.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29.
Ready. Hey, check mega. Hey, talk steal. Ready.
Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
They run over center with Mitchell. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Here we go.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. That time, the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold him.
A terrible spot for a holding call as he'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Give running right is Mitchell. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. Still a ways from the end zone as they come up now on 2nd and goal. Here's Lance. That'll be caught by Ayuk. Touchdown 49ers. Brandon Ayuk, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Niners are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go, set.
They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
Capture 11. Capture 11.
They're going to look to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And a good job defensively. They stopped him short of the first at the 32.
Warriors, 17. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Rig alert. Rig alert. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. Go.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And the Niners take over in terrific field position.
Ready, ready.
They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line.
136 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Black ultra. 6, 7. Red.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. Throwing on 2nd and 3.
Lance. That's complete to the tight end Werner. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide it. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Now it looks like he'll throw here.
Throws quickly, and he's got George Kittle.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
Taken in at the 3. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And able to find Higbee. It's complete.
And he is going to have the Rams 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for San Francisco, they level their mark at 4-4 on the year. And they'll get another home date next week as the Browns will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Rams, the turnaround hasn't materialized as they fall to 2-7. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel up to Detroit to take on the Lions.